coming, guys. Nobody's here anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll be right there. I'll be there. You could just leave that piece on. The dog didn't like that scream sound. Thought it was us. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Anybody here yet? Hi. Namaste. 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 Hi, pal. Hi, Blue Aqua. Welcome. Thank you for waiting for me, guys. I'm so sorry. It's not easy to put on a face full of makeup and feed 2 dogs and a rabbit. Hi, Scout. How you doing? Hey, Scout, you should appreciate this shirt. Can you see it? Can you see it? Wait. Well, it has New York Lady Liberty on it. I don't know if you could see it. It's my new shirt. Okay. I'll sit down for a minute. I might stand up again, though. Where did I go? Where did I go? Oh, thank you. It's a lot of makeup. My husband was like, why are you putting makeup on? Because you're home, you were staying home. I said, you know me. The older you get, the more makeup you need. Seems like. I want to change this angle. Can everybody hear me? I'm just trying to get my iPad to get my music on. I know you can't hear it in the background, so I'm going to try this. Who's that? That's me. Okay. Can anybody hear the music in the background? Hi, Ruby. Ruby Tuesday. Ruby, what's today? Saturday? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Somebody tell me. I didn't rub in my makeup enough. Okay. I put my bangs back, though. Okay. All right. All right, guys, let's get this going. I don't have that long because Ruby's going on at 8. And I want to step on her feet. And then also Spiritual Genie, she's going on at 9. I know that. So I'm just here. I don't know if you could hear my music or not, but I guess it doesn't matter. Because I want to talk to you. You can't hear that, right? It's written in the stars. How are you? Muse News. How you doing? Another creator, Muse News. How are you? Hi, Deborah Fink. You slightly hear the music. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it off. It's okay, I guess, if you hear it this way. Okay. Anyhow, namaste, everybody. Welcome. I feel like I haven't been here in a while. I know I post a lot of stuff, but I feel like I haven't really been here for a while. I don't know. It's probably me. Cheers. I'm just having some salsa. Stone cold soba. Yeah, it tastes good. Yeah, so let's just wait a second for maybe 2 more people to get in. Hi, Jenny Prasad. Hi, Zen Jen. Oh, I'm glad. And congratulations on your job, Muse News, congratulations. I knew you could do it. I thought it was going to be 3 times you try, but you got it on the first try. I kept seeing a 3. Maybe that was the 3rd time you tried. Anyhow, guys, I am so excited because I got my cards in the mail, my angel cards. You know, I have to have, when I'm not like really big into like, I have to have a million decks. I do have quite a few decks. But I don't think it's excessive. I've seen other people have many more, and that's it, whatever you're into. But when I see an angel deck, that I have to get my hands on it. And look at this, fallen angels. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I just was waiting for this, waiting for this. I kept asking Devin, is it here yet? Is it coming yet? And he was like, no, you have to wait till the 12th. So I just want to show you this real quick. I was looking at it before I came on, and they're new. I almost got a used deck, and the only thing wrong with the used deck is I'm not above it. I have used decks, but you have to take every single card, and even with these cards, I have to sage them, or Palo Santo. But you have to take every single one of them and do that. So there's usually 75, and you have to do it to the book. You just get it thing lit up. You just get lit, and you put it in the smoke. But look at this. This is the outside. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's so pretty. And then here's a pretty one on the inside. I love it. This a beautiful angel, yeah, beautiful energy on them. So I'm kind of glad that I was able to get the ones that are brand new. Because you hear this when you're trying to pull them apart, you hear that like a little snap apart. But I'm not ready really to read these because I just got them from the mailbox before I made dinner. So I don't even know, like I want to just spend time with them. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I want to spend time with them by myself. But I did want to show you that I will be using this, and I know I have another deck that I always say I'm going to be using it. I'm looking at it right now. It's also a beautiful deck. Yeah, well, all I can say is if I write it down, I usually get to it. But yeah, this is so beautiful. Just let me show you one more before I talk about something else. No apologies necessary. I completely understand. I cannot read chat without my glasses too. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Is Tracy in here too? I know she's on vacation. And prayers up for 2 of our sisters, our soul sisters. Forever Bella Butterfly, her car was broken into. Okay, she was on her way to a gig, and I don't even think a pop-up show. She was going to do a pop-up store, and it's her daughter's birthday, I think, next week, and she won't even have a car because they smashed it and they took everything. They smashed everything up in her car and took everything. So she had to deal with the police and the insurance, and she got food poisoning. So she was so sick. She was thrown up. She was in the bathroom. So she said, I just want to rest. And I said, just go lay down and rest, and you could call the insurance company after. So prayers up. Hi, Awakened Butterfly readings. Love you. Thank you so much for my reading today. Awakened Butterfly readings. She has a beautiful channel. She does readings. She just gave me a reading. She does readings for 888, which is a really good number, and the Lions Portal. Anyhow, some of the stuff she said is coming true already. So I'll talk to you later. But all right, I just wanted to show you one more card. I already showed you that one. This one scares me a little bit. This looks like New Orleans. I went to New Orleans, and I went to a what's the name of it? Cemetery. Okay. I'm getting old. I forget words now. Okay, and I went to a cemetery, and they had a whole big like speech about what everything means and the meaning of the bell on the toe, and it was very mystical. I'll tell you what I didn't do in New Orleans, and I really wish I did, get a reading. I really wanted a reading, but there's a lot of people that look at you if you have any kind of gifts, and they look at you like you're a devil if you get a reading, a psychic reading. And the person I was with two people. One person was cool, the other person not so cool. Okay, and she was kind of like trying to talk me out of it or make me feel bad about wanting to get a reading. So therefore, I did not get a reading in New Orleans. So that's on my bucket list. So I gotta live so I can go to England. I mean, Ireland. I already went to England twice. I can go to Ireland and then I can go to New Orleans. And I want to go to visit Elvis's house too. At one point, that's always on my bucket list. You might think it's cheesy, but I would love to be in a place where he was and feel that energy go right through you. Oh, by the way, Forever Bella went to. Why am I acting like I'm on steroids? Hey, Ruby, did you give me some of your steroids? And I didn't have that much coffee. I guess because I feel like I have to rush because I got to get the information out and jump on Ruby's live. Okay, so yeah, I'm fanning myself with these cards. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know what it means. Celebration. Okay. Let me just put these aside because I'm going to go over them with a fine-tooth comb. And I really love them already. And I just opened them. And anyhow. Yeah, so I have a list of things that I wanted to talk about. What is there, anybody saying in protection, prayers, love, and light? Yes. So Forever Bella, prayers up for her. I sent Archangel Michael over to her house to protect her home, her car, and I need Archangel Raphael to help her to feel better. This one's a little scary. Okay, I don't want to look at that because I get scared very easily, and the energy is like, woo, woo. Am I right? I was talking it over with my soul sisters, and we all agree the energy is really nuts. So, okay, and it comes in this beautiful box. Okay, so we'll look at that another time. Let me know if you like it or you think it'll be fun. So, Kim Magical from a comeback. Kim Magical, last night she texted me. We were all talking, and then Tammy goes to sleep, and then Tracy fell off, and Tracy was getting ready for her trip, or maybe she was on the trip already. Anyhow, on vacation, vacay. So then it was just me and then Ruby went off, and she stayed up late because she had to go to work today, and then Kim Magical, she texted me and said it was really late, probably after 2, but usually I'm more alerted, but I was kind of tired from my trip, my one night trip, my honeymoon trip. So I had taken my medicine and had my chamomile tea, and I was starting to fall asleep, and I saw her say, "Oh my gosh, I'm starting to get stabbing pains in my back. I think it's a kidney stone again," because she's gotten them before I've gotten them. Devin has gotten them. And I was like, "Oh my God, don't even wait. Try to get to the ER. See if somebody could take you to the ER." And she did go to the ER. She has all kidney stones, and they gave her medication. And on Monday, she's going to get them surgically, I guess, moved out. All right. So, in short, Kim Magical, prayers for Kim Magical, our soul sister, Kim Magical, from a comeback, and prayers up for beautiful Forever Bella Butterfly, who also went to Marilyn Monroe. She lives in Cali, and she took a trip because she loves me. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Okay. But she wanted to go with her brother. Her and her brother used to always do these trips to the cemetery. And she went to Marilyn Monroe's gravesite. So I linked her video on my community page. Or you could just go to Forever Bella Butterfly, Forever Bella Mew, and see that video where she went to a lot of different grave sites, but she went to Marilyn's and she touched Marilyn's name for me. And I said, "What do you feel?" And she was like, "I don't really feel anything because I'm not, I don't have your gift." But she said she felt peace there. And so, okay, so that's a couple of things that we got out into the open. Now, I'm gonna get this lit. Let's get lit. I know it's a dumb joke, but I'm gonna use it. All right, so let's get this lit. These are Palo Santo incense sticks. Some of them came from my friend and soul sister, Crystal Divine, but she might have a different name because I know I mess things up sometimes and or a lot of times. Okay. Crystal Divine, but I'll check to see if she changed it. This message, there was a message under review already. Here we go. Here we go. All right, Crystal Divine, there you are. So, is that your YouTube name? Obviously, right? I'm a duh. I thought you changed it to something else. I thought you did change it a little bit differently. Anyhow, I love it. Crystal Divine. This is one of the incense packets that you gave me. And I think it might even be the stress reliever one, which is really good. Really is. Especially, it's just like when I say the energy is high, it doesn't necessarily mean bad, but I had a couple of bad things. I had a couple of haterators going on me. Just putting ugly comments on under my videos. It's okay. I'm okay with myself. My man loves me exactly as I am, as big as I am. I have a scale. I have somebody wrote down fat. And that day I thought I looked cute. I had my Marilyn Monroe shirt on. I had my black pants on. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter. It's just like, why be hateful? You jealous? Okay. Anyway, I have to only love myself, and I have to only care if my man, my hubby, loves me, and my friends, and they do. So, my friends and my family, and they do. So, haters, sit down. Okay. I'll pray for you. All right. Sometimes I won't, but sometimes I will try to be namaste and not be hateful myself when somebody's hateful to me. But it doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop. Have you met me? Have you friggin' met me? That's, I did that in kindergarten. What is Mystic Brady then and now? Hi, Stormy Blue. Oh, thank you. Grammy H, how you doing? I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. Underneath my fat, I have muscles. Okay. That holds up the fat. Okay. Hey, as long as I could walk around on two legs and I could move my arms, I could take care of my animals, I can try to take care of my house a little bit. Okay. I just don't want to. Let's get lit. That's right, sister. So you might want to get your favorite beverage. Okay, now I want to show you what I did to this candle. I graffitied. You know how I always light a candle for people and I put their name on it, or their kids' names, or their family members, or their friends, whoever needs a prayer. I have all over a million candles, right? This one, see, Zen Jen, Matthew, Nick, Mark. Okay. Healing for Shirley, Tracy's mother. Okay. Tammy, Trisha, and Patty, I think. Okay. Leisha, health, healing, and friendship, love, and finances. That was a lot, Leisha. That was a lot. Okay. I'm hoping it's working. Okay. Then what else? What else? Who else do we have on here? Granny? Wait. Ginny. Ginny, that's right. Ginny, good health. Ginny and Stephanie, white dove. Okay? So, there's a lot on here. So every time I light it, those blessings go with this. I believe it's St. Jude, but it might be just St. Mark or St. Matthew. Doesn't matter. The first time I read the prayer, but it's just like putting that energy out there of protection. Then we have, this is my candle for Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kylie. And then, who I don't know, I only know in spirit. Then we have Brittany, somebody's daughter named Brittany. I think it's Dawn, daughter named Brittany, has a lot of health problems, needs health healing. We have Patty Carr for health, kidney health. We have Liliana for health and happiness. Okay. Let's light it up. Yeah. I have a lot of space on this candle. This candle's very, my son gave me this for Christmas, and it's very strong lavender. So it'll make the whole house smell like lavender. And I might get sleepy, but that's okay. I can't get the other side to light, but prayers up, and especially for Xana, Cornudo, Ethan, Kylie, Kaylee, and Maddie. Okay, so we have that. All right. So I decided, hey, I need a couple of prayers in the universe. And this is drowning, so let me just get something to pour it in. Oh, I poured it on the table. Shoot. All right, it'll dry. I'll put ice cubes on it and then I'll peel it up. I just was too far away from it. Okay. So I decided, let's have a Mystic Brady Bunch candle. This is my new white coconut candle I bought for romance when we were going away with my husband. Okay, but he's part of the Brady Bunch. The Mystic Brady Bunch I have over here. So that means anybody who watches me, every time I light this, you have a prayer that's coming to you. Okay, then I decided to put affirmations since it's the Lion Gate time, right? So I have great health. Who doesn't need great health? Do you feel me? Okay. I don't know anybody that doesn't need great health here. Love, very important. Friendship, family, okay. Prosperity and abundance. Okay, prosperity is different from abundance. Prosperity means just really success with money, but abundance is having enough, having more than enough. I am abundant in love. I am abundant in health. I am abundant in my career. I am abundant in my gifts and talents. I am abundant in friendship. I am abundant in my home. Okay, so I just thought it was a good idea, and I've had this lit for a few hours. When I started reading haterades, I started reading some bad press. Okay, I almost blew it out. Okay, so, but I'm not scared, and I'm not sad. I'm really not. I very rarely shed a tear for things that are bull crap, bullshit. Things I shed a tear for is I was watching me and Devin were away in our bed and breakfast, and why am I holding this? It's heavy. It's a big candle. And we were watching, he surprised me with our wedding video. I always ask him, let's watch it. And he goes, not another time. But this time he brought the CD player, and we sat there watching it, and I was like, I'm going to tape it because this way, even if I get a copyright strike, which I got two, I got copyright claim. It's different from a strike because the music's in the background. I don't own the rights for the music, but I just said that. But it was worth it because a lot of people were at that wedding. They never saw the wedding. Unfortunately, they don't all follow me. Even family members that don't follow me. But maybe, if I tell them, hey, you're going to want to go to Mystic Brady and see the wedding you were in. Okay? Hey, friends that, don't aren't a member, you're going to want to go watch that, okay? Because there's several people who aren't there. My brother-in-law, my nephew Sean, my brother-in-law Jack, my friend's father, Mr. Lalakata, Devin's friend, Andrew. That's four people that from 8 years ago that aren't with us anymore. So that's that. Okay. I don't want to make myself, but what I'm saying is, I cried when I saw my nephew and I dancing because I had a picture of him dipping me. Couldn't find it. After he passed away in 2020, I could not find that picture. I wanted to send it to my sister. I wanted to make it big and blow it up on the wall. I could not find that picture. I still have not found that picture. Devin goes, you'll find the picture when you're supposed to find it. And I was like, but I want that picture because it was so beautiful and he was so close and so happy in that picture. I mean, I have other pictures of him. I have his baby pictures because I used to babysit for him and his brother and his other two brothers, but him and his brother, that 3 years apart, a lot. Anyhow, I cry at that. I cry because I miss him. I know he's in heaven and he's in spirit and he watches over me, and I have a picture of him right over there. He likes to be in the studio. But yeah, that's something I cry about, that I miss my nephew and my brother-in-law. But I'm not going to cry about somebody calling me fat or somebody telling me that my bangs are ugly and did I chew them off with my teeth. Okay, yeah, somebody said that. Okay. So, you know what? Be careful who your friends are and who your friends were, who you thought were your friends. In the Lion's Gate, it opens up and it reveals, it's almost like a big crystal ball. It reveals who indeed is your friend and who truly has your heart and who is going to be there for you in good times and in bad and easy times. There's friends that are there for you for the easy times, the fun, hey, let's go to the wedding, let's celebrate that. And then all of a sudden, yeah, you move 3,000 miles away and some of those people don't call you anymore. Okay? Ever. Okay? And so that's what I cry about. If I'm going to cry, if I'm going to shed some salt, I cry about that because that's what truly gets to me. But, people calling me names and stuff like that, I'm a jerk. I'm the first one to say that I'm an idiot or I'm a jerk, but I'm also the first one to say I'm a nice jerk. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to make you smile, or I like that song, or I want to do that dance move. Yeah, I'm a 59-year-old, 14-year-old. Okay. I'm almost a 60-year-old, 16-year-old. Do you know what that means? Do whatever the F you want to do. Okay? I don't see anybody saying there's a rule book that, hey, because, hey, if I can move my legs and move my arms and just do a couple of dance moves, I used to be a good dancer back in the day, okay? But people might say, hey, it's not your day. No, not only millennials could dance, not only everybody can dance. Everybody could just try to move around for 60 seconds on a video. Maybe it'll make somebody smile, or maybe it'll just make yourself smile. It made myself smile when I did that. But anyhow, it's okay. People think they're better than you by making fun of your hair, making fun of my dance moves. That's okay. Go ahead. Make fun of my dance. I'm making fun of my dance moves already. I said I apologize in advance for the robot dance. Because I wasn't supposed to do the robot. I was supposed to do that dance. Then I realized I'm holding my phone. I was supposed to set the phone up on a tripod and then do the dance. So I don't have the technology down. But, hey, give me an E for effort, right? Can I have an E for effort? Yes, I can. Okay, let's try not to light any more things on fire. Because I do. I just want you to see the smoke because it means something to me. Okay, so let me just get to how am I doing on time? Okay, I got a clock right here, so don't worry. Okay, it's only 6:36. So I'm doing good on time then, right? Did anybody have any questions? At our age, we could say that we've been there and done that. We're definitely wiser and appreciate life. We live, laugh. That's right. That's right, Scout. That's a very good attitude to have. Hi, Dreamweaver. Thank you for being here too. Hi, Cat H. I have 24 in the house. I usually get nobody. I mean, I'll get 6 people, and I'm happy for the 6. Sometimes Spirit tells me do a video. Don't worry about anything. Just do it in a video. Just do a short. But sometimes Spirit says, you're going to have to do a live. And I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about. What should I talk about? Am I supposed to do a reading? Am I supposed to? I always have my cards around. And they just said, you'll know. We'll let you know. Address the issues. Mystic Brady, housekeeping. Okay? And I used to do that. Housekeeping for the channel. Okay? These are my folders. Okay. Anyhow, sorry. I like colors. I'm very nervous because I have not been painting because I cleaned off the table because I said that's enough painting. But I was supposed to get. That's what I wanted to remember to talk about. I was supposed to get my butterflies out and like introduce them, talk a little bit about them, and then let you know they are for sale. Okay, Kate, tell a friend, please. Anyhow, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. They're right there. They're right there waiting, and I said no. Not supposed to do that right now. Okay. I also had a class that I was supposed to go to. Okay. Set it up all on my own and everything, right? For because I'm a substitute and every friggin' year. I don't know why this makes me angry. I go to it and I'm always happy to go to it. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood this year. I'm not in the mood yet. And Devin's like, oh, you missed the class. Call up the office and find out when the next class is. And I go, he made me do it. He just, suggested. And he doesn't care if I work. He said, you don't have to work. I'm semi-retired from the Board of Ed. I get a small pension, but I love to be with the kids. I love to have that schedule. I don't want to, here's the truth, I tell you the truth. I don't, aside from my artwork, I really don't want to rely on getting money from the internet. I don't. I don't like the feeling I get. I'm very old fashioned in that I like to know I have a job to go to. And even if it's part time, even if it's once a week, even if it's twice a week, whatever it is, and I go there and I don't make great money at this job. I'm talking about like I'll work from August to May and I probably don't even pull in 6,000. Do you believe that? And then I get taxed up the kazoo. Probably if I dropped that job, I wouldn't get taxed as much, but I get so badly taxed. And we don't know why. I'm talking whatever, like thousands of dollars. So anyhow, I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason, and then there's the medical bills. But if I had my own way, I'd be selling my art on a regular basis so that, if I were a rich man, for some reason I just heard that song. Not to be a rich person, but just to that I don't have to worry. I would love to not have to worry, but everybody feels that way. Everybody feels that way. Um, Anyhow, pay a phone bill. My phone bill is like 210, and at one point it was really higher than that. I had to get on the phone to my son and say, "What are you doing?" Because he's still on my phone thing. He doesn't want to be off the phone thing. So he gives me money towards the phone every like 6 months. Anyhow, so I was supposed to do my butterfly art show, and I did not do that. Something told me no, not yet. Like I just was like in spirit, just like watching things. I watch a lot. I have a lot of creative friends. Ruby is a psychic and a creator. Kim Magical, a comeback, is a creator, psychic, and now I'm gonna forget people. Awaken readings, Lady Q, I call her Lady Q. Awaken Butterfly readings, is a wonderful person who I've collabed with since 2020, on Sincere and Classic, and on Summer, on Michael. So we have a beautiful group, we have a beautiful family of people, and if I did not say your name, don't don't kill me. Some new people, have come in too, and so I'm happy and grateful with my life, and I know I'm very, 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 very lucky. Don't think that I take it for granted that I have Devon, and that I have, my beautiful home, and my dogs, my animals, my car, you know, my ability to have a YouTube channel. Okay, I do work very hard on it, and I am going to give myself credit because I have worked on this channel since 2019. And I never thought I would have a channel. I wanted to sell my artwork like nobody's business. I had a dream many, many years ago, and I've been in art galleries before in New York, in Staten Island, New York. Nothing big, but I made it to an art gallery. And I I just always wanted to continue selling my healing art and doing that. And readings to me, like my readings have been off, not off like I'm not hitting the spot. I meant I haven't been doing private readings. I haven't been doing personal readings. Duh, I couldn't think of the word. Personal and private readings have been off. I didn't put them back on. Okay, and the reason being is because I know when the angels tell me, okay, now do it, now you get going. So I want to finish the thing with my job as a teacher. Okay, last year, if those of you who remember, and like time goes by so fast, and everybody has their own life, so maybe you don't remember this happened to me, and it flips me out, and like Devin just says, it's all right, stop thinking about it, move on. It's like a whole year has gone by. Okay, but during the Lionsgate, I was very of last year, last August, I was very gung-ho to get back to work for some reason, right? To get back to subbing. And what happened was, I was getting all paperwork filled out because that year, I'm talking about this is 2023, so in 2022, in May of 2022, right before school stopped, we had the school shooting. And I'm in Texas now, but this was in a different part of Texas, not that far away. But where the gunman went in and killed all these teachers and killed all these kids. And I went to school on a half day that day, right? And exactly the time that happened, I saw two cop cars when I rolled up at school, right? I had a half day. And I was like, that's weird. We never have any cop cars. It's like, it's so weird that we never have cop cars. Anyhow, so I go in and I had a weird energy. And then another reader, now I got something in my eye, another reader that used to be on YouTube, her name was Blind Spot. Then she changed her name to Quantum Reality. Okay. We were good friends. And for some reason, she stopped answering my calls. Okay. It happens. I try to figure it out, and then after a while, you just accept it. Okay. So, were we good friends? Maybe not. But we worked on a lot of cases, and she used to call me. We used to text each other, even when her whole channel was shut down. Then she went into art. She did some art, and maybe she left town and she said she was going to Italy. I don't know if she ever made it. I tried calling her. Anyhow, she called me, and I was sitting at my desk waiting for the kids to get finished with lunch. They were in the lunchroom, so I was alone. I was on my lunch, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I'm sorry. I got something in my eye. 1 second. Oh, I have a string in my eye. I can't get it out. Ooh. It's probably the makeup because I have a ton of makeup on. Anyhow, so she calls me, she texts me, and she says, "Are you all right, Katrina? I heard, what happened in the school, and I thought of you." But Texas is really big, so like things will happen. My brother used to always call me and think, you know, whatever happened in Texas was right where we are, and I would say, no, we didn't have that storm, or we didn't have that, murder. Anyhow, so long story short, she texted me, and I didn't even know what happened. So I waltzed into that school. Nobody told me nothing. Hey, guess what? This is what's going on in the other school. So when I found out, I went next door to the teacher that I thought I was like friendly with, and I said, "Hey, did you hear? Say your name was Mary. Hey, Mary, did you hear? About the shootings in the school? The kids weren't there; they were at lunch." And she was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I was like, she goes, "It's not here though. It's that," she goes, "That's my hometown." I was like, oh my God. And so I have PTSD from living through 9/11, and I was at work on deck. It was the first week of school back in New York in 2011, 9/11, 2001. Okay, so that's how old I am. Okay, so I I started to get PTSD because we went under lockdown when that happened, and we couldn't leave the school. And I had two young kids that were in two different schools on the island, and my husband was a court officer at the time. So they were trying to get all the court officers to go to Manhattan because for some reason they needed extra help. Okay, we didn't know what was going on. Thank God my ex husband did not go. He was like, "Frig that. I'm going home. I'm going to get my kids. My wife is working at a school and she's on lockdown. She can't leave. So I'm going to get my kids." And they were like, "No, we want you to go to Manhattan from Staten Island. Go jump on the ferry, go to Manhattan, help them out." He's like, "No way." I mean, he lost a lot of people that he knew. A lot of his friends were cops and firemen, and court officers died. So, anyhow, long story short, I had PTSD. So, I started to feel like all tingly in my head and my body, and I still had to pick up the kids and stay there, for the day. So, I thought I wasn't going to do teaching anymore. I was like, maybe, I dodged enough bullets, and maybe God wants me to, hang it up and just take this as a sign, because it could have been this school. That the way our school is designed was like anybody can come right up there. Just like how the school was in, I forget the name of that town. If anybody knows, put it in the comments. I think it starts with a Q. But anyhow, so long story longer. I have PTSD, so I just didn't sign up for the subbing what I was supposed to do in June because I was still like, and my brother was saying, I thought you already, I thought you were just going to work for like a couple of years and that was it. Now stop it. Like he doesn't like me. And then COVID happened and I still worked. And, like I keep going because I feel like I still have more to give teacher wise. So I had to resubmit all my paperwork. It was a bastard. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I have to talk about this. It's probably very boring to you, but it's a part of me and it's my channel, so I'm going to say it. So it was a brutal process. I had to take my degrees off the wall and bring them to the office. I already did that. I had to find all these different papers. Yeah, and my husband kept saying, it's your fault because you're supposed to sign up in June, like it's this electronic thing. And I just didn't do it because I shut down. I was just like, I'm ready for the summer. I don't know if I want to come back. I pushed myself. There's a million pictures of me in different schools. I've done probably so many schools out here. One school, it was pre-K all the way to through high school. I worked there for like 6 months. Then I went to pre-K. Then I went to a Catholic school, a Lutheran school, and thank God I didn't quit the regular school school system I work in because I hated the religious school. It was terrible. It was like they put me with infants, and I was like, but I'm a teacher. I have a master's degree. I've taught college. I was adjunct. Yeah, maybe if somebody else quits, maybe you'll get that. And you had to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning so you could pray. I'm sorry. I love God. I love Jesus and everything, but I am not going to a meeting every morning at 7 in the morning to pray. I am not doing it. And every day that I was only there a week. I only lasted a week, but thank God I still had all my paperwork still in the regular school system because I didn't miss a beat. I just got sub jobs after that. But anyhow, they put me in a church with babies, and then somebody came, and then they were infants to age 2. Age 2 was the highest. I had to teach them prayers and do lessons with them. There had to be lesson plans. It was the freakiest thing. I hurt my back. I had to change diapers. There were these 2 paras that were against me. I was like, what is happening here? I went down to pick up a baby that was crying. Assistant principal or school secretary was in the doorway, and she said, how dare you not do the prayers with the babies when it was over the loudspeaker? And I was like, oh my gosh, I was picking up a baby that was crying. It was just like another. My point is, I've been through the mill. I've had a million jobs and a lot of teaching jobs, and I feel like I did Texas. Okay, hey New York, I did you. Okay, I made it. I made it out of there. I did it. It wasn't always so successful. It was scary. There was a lot of things that went on that I still have not shared with you, and maybe someday I will. Who knows? Um, but anyhow, those of you who know me know what happened. But I made it through because I'm a very strong person, and also because God, right? But I'm still not going there. Oh my gosh. When I said God, that little angel went on. You know the wind up angel? Yes, I do love God. But I don't want to show up an hour early to pray because every time we had the meetings, there would be somebody leaving. Teachers would drop it off. Why? Because it sucked. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to get into the classroom, but yet they kept me with babies. And then I would go talk to the principal, and he would tell me, oh, yeah, I would go, like, please, can I at least have 3-year-olds? Can I have a regular classroom? Right now, I'm located in the church, right? In this little tiny room with like 7 to 9 babies picking them up, changing the diaper, having an argument with the para because she told me that she already changed diapers 3 in a row and now it's my turn. And then I got to teach a lesson. They don't even know how to speak. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was, I forgot about that. Anyhow, I thought I was done. So that was last year. So I didn't fill out any of the paperwork. So then they were making me fill it out. And I was like, oh, that was stupid of me not to fill it out. You fill it out even if you're not going to go back. So I was making phone calls to get it all straightened out, finding papers, and it was like going for a job every year, reapplying with all my credentials and still making a small amount of money, only being a sub because here, if you have a high school diploma, you could be a sub. Okay? They're very lenient because they need subs. So, I have loads of experience, like 30 years of experience and whatnot. Anyhow, it doesn't matter here. Nobody. But anyway, so I just like went through all these hoops, and then the lady from the office calls me and she said, what do you do? Are you a regular teacher? Have you been a regular? And I told her, yeah, blah blah blah. I was a teacher for 25 years in New York, and then I came here and I'm a sub. And I tried to apply for jobs when I first got here, like 4 times. On the fourth try, I think I was 55, and I said to myself, if I don't get that job, and it wasn't even a teacher's job, it was a para. I said, if I don't get that job, I'm going to take that as a sign, God, that you want me to just stay a sub or just, pack it in. And I didn't get that para job, and I said, I will not apply for a job again. They would have to put it in my lap. I don't even want to be in charge of a classroom anymore. I just want to come and go. I don't want to do paperwork. That's not me anymore. It's very super stressful. And I would start to have like panic attacks and stuff like that, and sit at the table every night till 3 in the morning, get up at 6 and have to go to work. And it will be brutal. Well, guess what this one did? Okay. She calls me up and she says, I have a very, bad thing happen at this one school where we lost 2 teachers. We have a kindergarten teacher gone. She's not coming back. And we have a third grade teacher opening, gone, not coming back. Right? So I'm like, it was a school that's very close to this house. Right? So I was like, I'll think about it, and she goes, well, would you at least help us out for like a month? And then we could reevaluate. And then I said to her, the type of person I am is, whether you gave me a third grade, I have experience. Whether you gave me the kindergarten, I would like that, I thought. If I was there for a month, I would do the whole year. I would just make it my last year, or I would do a whole complete year, be a full-time teacher. Because I wouldn't be able to leave the kids, because that's not who I am. I would just do the year for you. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, and so happy. Long story short, right? I talked it over with Devin. He was like, are you sure you want to do that? It's so much. It's like everything's with technology now. You have to go from your iPad to put it on the TV, and I don't know. There's so much stuff that they do through the technology. I don't know how to do it. I still don't know how to do it. But I said, you know what? I know how to teach. That I'm good at. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe this is a sign from God that putting this in my lap. And I'll just do it for the year, and that'll be it. I couldn't see myself doing it for more than that. Because, it is really stressful. It is very, very stressful. That's why teachers quit. And then imagine they do that in New York and they get great money, pretty good money. And then you come here and you don't get good money at all. And you can't, most teachers have 2 jobs. They have to be a waitress and they have to be a teacher. And the teaching is so much. You bring home so much homework. You have to put in grades every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks is grades. Anyway, I don't know why I said yes, but I guess I just always wanted to be embraced when I moved here. And I tried so hard to get a job in the first 3 schools I was at, and it just never happened. I applied, I fill out like 25-page resumes, 25-page applications, and I was like, are you kidding me? And I would go through a brutal 35-minute on my prep period, 35-minute interview 3 times in this one school, right? And they didn't take me, right? So, like, but I'm such an idiot. I'll just keep on going, right? So that's why when I did the fourth job, I said, I'll never do that again. I'm not interviewing. I'll just be a sub until I don't want to be a sub anymore. So, anyhow, she calls me back 10 minutes later. Now, this is Lionsgate. This was probably August 8th, right? The Lionsgate this happened on, right? This Lionsgate, I'm smart. I just nothing. I'm not doing private readings. I'm just, casually doing whatever F I want in terms of the cases. I am doing my cases consistently, but nothing with school. I said nothing. Anyhow, so I get the job. It's during the Lionsgate, right? And the training is between August 8th and the 12th, right? And the training was we go to these different schools and we have to go on a computer and do all this work with the computer. And I mean, I did this a million years ago where you're mapping out the curriculum, but nobody was talking to me. And it was like somebody was mad. And so I found out that it was somebody else was supposed to get the job, but she didn't have the certification. So they had me, but I was told I was going to have the job for the year if I wanted it. And I told her already, I won't leave in 6 months. I won't even leave in 1 month. I'll take it. If I take it, I'm going to get to know the kids. They're going to get to know me. It would be 2 classes. Because she said, oh, the kindergarten job is gone, but we still have the third grade and you would have 2 classes. And I was like, you know what? Okay. I talked it over with my husband. He said, do whatever you want to do. So I went through the motions of fixing up my classroom. There was nothing in there. It wasn't set up for third grade. It was set up for I think it was one of those rooms that you bring kids to when they're having like a meltdown. So there was actually nothing in the room. There was nothing on the walls. You have to put up your bulletin boards. So there was one lady that was nice to me, maybe two, that gave me like some bulletin board paper, and I was like, if I can go out to the store, but you're telling me, I was working. You had to be there, like if you weren't at a meeting. Oh, and then once I went to a meeting and I went in the car with these women. I asked them, can I go with you? Because I don't know how to drive there. And when I got there, nobody was going to drive me back because they didn't know me or they didn't like me because I was taking somebody else's job, but I didn't know what was going on. Anyhow, I don't know why I'm talking about this, I'm rehashing it, but anyhow, it has to do with the Lionsgate. So I called up Devin. I said, listen, I'm at this school. It's really far away, and I would really feel more comfortable if you came and got me. And then one person, as she was walking out, she was like, oh, do you want me to take you? She goes, but we're not going straight to the school. We're going home for a second, picking something up. We're going to get some lunch. And I don't know these people. And so I was like, oh, no, it's okay. My husband's coming. So he came. He had come all the way, pick me up, and then take me to the school where I had my car parked. It was just such an odd thing. But I wasn't looking at the red flags because the principal and the other person, secretary, they were all like signing me up and everything was going in. And so I was like, okay, being paid for as a long-term sub. So I was like, all right. And so we went to the store every single day from I got the job. I think I wasn't allowed to come to the school to fix up the room. So the first day that I got to the school was the same day that we had to go for a meeting. When I got there, There was all stuff all over the place. So they had me working on cleaning up the hallway. And then somebody must have said, she's not in maintenance. she's she's not in maintenance. I was hanging out with the maintenance lady because she was talking to me at least, and I was like, "Oh, where do we bring all these books? And where do we?" And I asked one person. I said, "Excuse me, I'm supposed to be a teacher of the two third-grade classes, and nobody has walked me to the classroom yet. Could somebody walk me to the classroom? I've gone to a meeting. I've gotten here. I went to a meeting here in the library. Then they told me to clean up. I was with maintenance." In other words, there was a secret. Every time I would walk past this teacher's classroom, all the other teachers, the three teachers, were in there. And they would be whispering. When I would walk in, they would stop whispering, "Hi." One of them would say hi. The other one had a weird face on. So she just had a baby. So I would ask her, "Oh, how old is your baby? What's his name? And oh, who's with your baby?" And she said, "Her mother-in-law and father-in-law." Like, I ask people questions. I try to be friends. I just don't understand. Like, one girl did say to me, "Oh," she said, "every day at lunch, we go to my room and have lunch." I'm sorry. If I don't stay in my room and like friggin' meditate and look, I would have my sandwich and I would be pulling down stuff from the bulletin board, trying to put stuff up, because we had 2 days to get it, not even 2 days, one day to get this whole classroom to have chairs and tables and meet some bulletin boards up. Then I was supposed to write a letter to the class, introducing myself, and nobody was helping me. I was by myself. Every once in a while, the principal came in and said, "Oh, don't you walk around? Don't you have a wrench or something like that? Don't you carry that around with you?" I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, no. I do not. Usually the tables are put together for me." Okay. Maybe I should have hung out longer with the something like, oh my god. Something went wrong.